Welcome one and welcome all to Marvelous Mysterium. We're about to embark on a journey using the Marvel Multiverse TTRPG, but before we begin, let me introduce myself and my players. My name's Kier, or Kier Nimbus, and I'll be your narrator for this campaign. I'm going to describe the world to my players, and they're going to explore it as they see fit. And speaking of, let's go ahead and introduce them now. Starting with Crow. Crow, who are you playing?
I am playing Crackshot.
And can you tell us what their race and traits are?
Yes. Crackshot is a alien life form, humanoid, but specific race unknown currently. Their distinguishable traits: he has a blindfold over one of his eyes, and he seems to have a metallic arm and white hair, and tends to wear a lot of black robe-like clothing.
Perfect. Let's move on to Xuhn. Who are you playing?
I am playing Ouroboros.
And could you tell us just a little bit about him?
I sure can. Ouroboros is a well-established hero. He has very piercing, bright, like a more cyan bluish color eyes and white hair. He holds himself very presentable, since he is, for lack of a better term, a professional butler.
Perfect. Let's move on to Tronz. Who are you playing?
Playing Slateskin. He's like a rock. He's got a literally chiseled chin with jagged pieces pointing to the sky behind him, similar to Wolverine's love handle mask. He's comprised of layers of slate that overlap in long, flat sheets down his limbs, and his body does have details on it, such as articulated fingers and scars in the slate. He's 6'5", weighs 390 pounds, and has only one dark gray slot where his right eye would be. His left eye appears to have been covered up by an extra sliver of stone, but unlike an eye patch, this isn't removable.
Awesome. What about you, Moogles? Who are you playing?
I'm playing Still Spirit.
Can you tell us just a little bit about her?
Sure. She is a young college student. She is 21 years old. She weighs about 120 pounds. She's 5'2". She has honey blonde hair. And she has unnatural hazy blue eyes hidden behind her red mask. She holds herself powerful and determined. And she is a college student that has supernatural hearing. Very similar to a very well-known daredevil, if you will.
Interesting. What about you, Alex? Who are you playing?
I'm playing Q, which is their code name. They are tall-ish, standing at 6'1", with messy white hair that still has a natural black on the other underside. They have blue eyes, always seen wearing round orange-tinted glasses. Notably, they have tattoos that resemble stitching, so like stitch lines around their neck and over their hands as well. Very long black nails, about an inch, that come to a point. They hold themselves pretty well. They're very eccentric, as hopefully we'll be able to explore that a bit more. Other than that, we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, now it's time to set the stage. What you're about to witness is a story set in a universe different than our own. Dimension 3399. Here, Earth has cultivated superheroes of all kinds. Captain America, Iron Man, Jean Grey, Doctor Strange, and many, many more superhuman individuals rose to the occasion over many years to stop those who would want to hurt others. Many of these origin stories you've probably heard before, but we are going to focus in on the year 2030. As the planet was celebrating its new year, reports of an astrological anomaly hit sensors across the globe. As it got closer, the people of Earth 3399 began to fear who they would come to know as Galactus, the devourer of worlds. Thankfully, Earth's mightiest heroes banded together in a super coalition called the Terran Alliance in order to stop him. One by one, hundreds of superheroes entered aboard spaceships and were sent off to stop the supersized threat coming to eat their world. That left a problem, however. Now, without many of their steadfast protectors, people were defenseless against the never-ending onslaught of supervillains wanting to take advantage of their situation for their own benefit. With time ticking down and militaries around the world at their limit, Nick Fury, the head of the defense organization S.H.I.E.L.D., started an international initiative to recruit metahumans of all kinds to help fill the gaps. He called it the Defense Force, and teams were being built in nations across the globe to help mitigate the crisis while the seasoned superheroes left on Earth dealt with its biggest threats. This is where we begin as we zoom in on Nick Fury's office. Nick Fury is wearing a stark latex suit filled to the brim with weapons and technology. He's known for wearing his eye patch, and here it's no different. He's looking down at a piece of paper, seemingly not impressed, but certainly willing to do his job. He presses a button on his wrist, and a chamber opens behind his desk, where a large room with a platform in the center rests. As his footsteps echo in the very large room, he calls out, "Let the S.H.I.E.L.D. Council meeting begin." Suddenly, panels begin to appear in the room around him. Images of kings, prime ministers, presidents, and even some leaders of nations like Wakanda and Latveria appear in this meeting. Nick Fury looks down at his tablet and sees his newest Defense Force team, Defense Force 45. He calls out to the council. "Greetings, council members. As you may know, we've opened 44 defense forces in the US alone, and today I'm about to introduce you to its newest one. Centered in Seattle, Washington, this team is tough, and most importantly, should be able to help deal with the threats happening around that state." He pulls up the first profile, and there you can see Crackshot. "Our first member is Crackshot, an alien with the ability to shoot people from very large distances. I know, very impressive." As he speaks, Crow, what are the council seeing as he pulls up your profile?
So the screens would switch to show satellite footage of a black mass crashing into the woods of what seems to be Staten Island. The footage zooms and enhances to show what can now be identified as an alien spaceship opening up to reveal Crackshot, which the profile would show his real name as being Thieves Jerty, a humanoid life form with white hair and black robes, stumbling his way out of the top of the ship and looking around. The footage would cut to building security footage of him trying to buy food from a hot dog stand, but only having strange alien currencies. While there are slight unobtrusive differences between him and human appearances, his only easily separating features, aside from his current alien clothing, are his simple black blindfold covering his left eye and his white iris with black sclera on the right. After what looks like him apologizing profusely, the stand owner points him over to a nearby bank. And the footage would cut to bank CCTV feed, where Thieves is trying to exchange his alien currency, to the teller's confusion. when suddenly 5 bank robbers appear, bursting down the front door and starting a robbery. The footage zooms in on Thebes, who slowly lifts his left sleeve, revealing a metallic hand and what appears to be a cybernetic eye that swirls around and locks into position at the 5 gunmen. Then he stealthily unholsters his revolver, and while still facing the teller, hip fires 5 shots backwards, and the gunmen crumple, seemingly knocked unconscious by a non-lethal projectile. Thebes, not wanting to get caught up in human law, tries to sneak out when he gets picked up by the SHIELD agents who were seemingly tracking him ever since he left the woods.
Amazing. And as he finishes talking about Thebes, he goes ahead and closes that profile and opens up a new one. This is Ouroboros. With the ability to control infinity, his powers are limitless. We have yet to see what he can do for this team, but I'm confident, with enough training, he could become one of Earth's mightiest heroes. Xuhn, what are the SHIELD Council seeing play out on your profile?
They see a man that is named Lucius Locuster. He has... It'll be showing that there's no one achievement that he has been widely known for. He's more known for several achievements because he has had a very long career. He has spent years and years and years as a professional hero already. Specializing in mostly fast-paced rescue missions and doing bodyguard gigs, things like that. And he is about 66 years old, 6 feet tall, always dresses exceptionally with a full 3-piece suit, and his the secondary colors of that suit matching his bright cyan eyes. He has white hair and a luscious white mustache, and in every single clip that they show of him using his powers, it's distorting reality as he basically warps and almost teleports through space just very quickly. Very, very quickly. He is known for his speed. And he accomplishes just about every single task that he is set out to do.
Awesome. And as he wraps up on your profile, he opens another one. This is Slateskin, a previous criminal trying to regain his glory. He's tough as nails and extremely strong. Tronz, what are the SHIELD Council seeing play on their screens?
Well, in the background and different pictures and videos, they see a variety of little clips where random citizens have taken videos and TikToks and, YouTube shorts of Slateskin lifting cars off of civilians, him restricting different criminals and capturing them and holding them, in place. He's also, in some clips, awkwardly talking to random civilians or other heroes.
Great. As that profile closes, Nick Fury turns his attention to a new one. This is Still Spirit. Trained under the wing of Daredevil himself, she's extremely skilled in combat despite her visual imparities. Moogles, what are they seeing on their screens now?
Yeah, they are seeing different images fly by of Still Spirit in action, moving and darting around in shadows and catching goons and thugs off guard, taking them down one by one, or even finding herself in situations where she's completely surrounded and able to take down most, if not all of them before they run off, or she chases people down streets, catching them before they're even where they meant to go, where she is in Hell's Kitchen. They do see also her dodging bullets at times from just her innate sense of hearing. They also see her doing a little bit of search and rescue in certain areas as well, showing off her ability to hear far better, almost like a sonar precision. Oh yeah, that's the kind of stuff that they see.
And as that profile closes, the last profile opens. Last and perhaps least, we have Q, an ex-criminal who still struggles to understand his place in the world, but has extreme skill with his ability to kill. Alex, what are people seeing on Q's screen?
So, as you said, it is probably the one with the least amount of pictures of Q. It's mostly photos of crime scenes with, chalk silhouettes, sprays of blood strewn across the room. It appears to be in both very luxurious settings of high-ranking hotel rooms, but also of worn-down, dilapidated rooms. And there is no other notable evidence other than the bodies and their blood.
As that profile closes, you can see he opens up a map of Seattle. They're headquartered in a remote location away from civilian and factories alike. They've been training together for about 3 weeks. And as I know right now, Agent X has sent them on a mission to investigate a radio tower. I'm going to open the floor to any questions. And as people begin to speak up about their concerns, their wants, and more, we are going to leave Nick Fury and zoom out of the SHIELD headquarters in America and zoom in on Seattle, where Nick Fury was pointing. The city of Seattle, at this time of night, is a little bit rainy. There's no moonlight as clouds are starting to cover the horizon. And you all have awoken from your sleep as alarm bells have rung across your HQ. You've already familiarized yourself with the inside. You've been working together for about 3 weeks, doing training regiments and practicing up on your law. However, this might be your first on-site mission. You all scramble to put on your Defense Force jumpsuits and head out in your very large black van. It's unmarked and doesn't have a license plate. Who's driving?
I guess
Shotgun.
I'll drive.
I want to. Let me do it.
I
No.
got
Nope.
a trunk.
Oh, come
Okay.
on. It was so much fun.
I'll go
You
ahead
can't
and
even
say
see the road.
Ouroboros hops in the front seat as Q takes shotgun. The rest of you head into the back where there's a bench. It seems that the back of this van has been transformed into a little bit of a safe house. And you'll note that this car feels heavy to drive. It has armor plating that's as strong as a tank. And there's a lot of bells and whistles that have yet to be discovered. But as you turn on the ignition and begin to drive out, you all look at your comlink, a secure device handed to you by SHIELD, and see directions to a radio tower south of town. As you all get to the location, you review the data sent to you by Agent X, your SHIELD coordinator. The report says that 6 police officers have entered the radio tower upon reports of disturbances, large sparks of lightning happening from the tower itself. And listeners of the radio during this time have reported that the radio is off. It's static. Since these police officers haven't returned, SHIELD has sent you in, as this threat clearly is more than the authorities can handle. That is where we are going to zoom in on the radio tower.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here we go. Go ahead and put yourself somewhere in the bottom left.
With the cops?
Yes.
Are we cops?
As you arrive on scene, you take an exit off of a highway and drive down the lit streets. Eventually, you come off to a dirt road and begin driving down to see a small radio tower, currently lit with several lights on the facility. Strangely, you do see two cops out front. One is a woman that has some black hair and is wearing some glasses, and the other is sort of a chubby man with red hair. And they seem to be inspecting the fence gate and writing down a couple of notes. As you all arrive and hop out of the van, you can see the chubbier one holds up a hand. I'm sorry, what's your business here?
We were sent by Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, the guy that has S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes, we are here to resolve the situation.
Oh, right. You're that defense force, is that right?
Yes, that would be correct.
Still Spirit. Since your vision is different than everybody else, immediately you sense that something's wrong. You don't sense physical people talking right now.
Oh, where do I feel people are? Because I have a very large range. Do I feel them towards the tower?
You would feel the presence of a couple of bodies on the ground. You can feel them most closely there, but where they are on the compound, you can't exactly determine from where you're standing. What is apparent is you're not feeling any feet on the ground next to you other than your friends.
So I have a question. I have the ability heightened senses too as well. Would I also be able to tell this information, or is this specifically like sensory based?
If you were making an active vigilance check, you would have edge to determine this. As of right now, I'm letting Still Spirit have the advantage here because she would have the most immediate notice of, hey, something's off.
We kind of watch Still Spirit for the first time, not like almost walk into one of the people talking, which is unusual for her, before she like looks to where she's hearing the voice and goes, yeah, we're here to clean up whatever mess you two created. She's like, you can tell she's looking, but it's not her usual, like, I just know where everything is. It's very much like, oh, this is different.
What are you all doing as Still Spirit is making those moves?
I can tell you that Slateskin is he's getting a good vibe for the area. He's got some expertise in run down old places.
Sure, yeah. I'll go ahead and say to you as you're sort of piecing together the place. This appears to be a pretty standard radio station. It has a large tower that you can see is in pretty good condition. The buildings that you see there, you can assume one is a generator building and the other is the control room for the radio station. Along the facility are a couple of other connectors and generators and power supplies. You assume that there might also be a backup generator on a place like this.
This place looks kind of nice. Still in use, right?
You can see the woman in this case speaks up. It was operational up until about 2 hours ago. 4 of our colleagues have gone in, but none have exited.
Which buildings?
And what have you done since? Just stood here looking pretty?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Is there a problem?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, the only problem that I'm seeing is that we have a bunch of people claiming they're from S.H.I.E.L.D., and you don't seem to look like it.
Can I stick my hand into the woman?
Absolutely. And as you do,
Chaotic stuff right here.
as you do, you all like look in shock to see that these are in fact holograms. And as soon as she puts her hand in, they disintegrate.
What?
Anyone can make a vigilance check now to maybe catch something.
I'm out.
Can I also make it?
Sure.
Yes.
Would I make it on edge because I've seen this stuff?
If you have heightened senses, you can make it with edge, certainly.
I do.
And this is non-combat, right?
Ooh,
Correct.
that was a good roll.
Not bad.
Vigilance.
Alright, and then
Hold on.
they-
And then on edge. Still 16.
All right. So anybody that rolled a 14 or above, you notice that there are projectors currently flying away. They seem to have some sort of hovering technology, and they're going towards this building. I'm gonna try to ping it.
Still Spirit, what'd you do to her?
If any of them are nearby, I want to try to take a shot at one to shoot it down.
Absolutely.
Which building, sorry? Can you point out again?
Yes, I'll ping it again.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and take a shot.
Just normal agility attack, correct?
Yes.
Do what you're meant
Yeah,
to do.
I mean, very easily.
Oh,
I'll even say
yeah.
you don't have to roll the second one. In one shot, you shoot both of them as they line up. And you can see sparks fly, and a little bit of fire begins to catch on the grass inside.
Ooh.
My bad, I just wanted to get the drones. I didn't mean to start a fire.
Oh,
What
was
did
that
you
the thing?
shoot?
They look like projectors to me.
Seems like whoever had our friendly policeman outside, we're making some fakes.
Are there scraps of the drones on the ground somewhere?
Yeah, inside. You can see the gate currently is closed, but it's, about 10 feet high. And the fence gate itself seems to be locked electronically.
I could probably break that down if you guys want to get in there.
You do the honors.
After you.
Does it-
The side of it.
Can I ask really quick? The fence, does it have like an electrical hum to it?
No, it does not.
Good to know.
Yeah, Slateskin, let's do a melee check.
That's just non-combat still, right? Even though
Yes.
it's a combative move.
Yeah. This is gonna, yeah, that's good. So, with ease, you just put your hand onto where the two fences connect and pull, and the metal just instantly bends in your hands. It's like moving paper mache. You rip it off its handles very easily.
Not a problem.
Oh, and there is some bodies in that building over there. And she points to the building where she caught the sense of the bodies.
Still breathing?
Can I listen for breathing and heartbeat again, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and make a vigilance check. I'm gonna give you trouble on this since you're not inside the building.
That is fine. So it would be a regular roll.
Correct.
And while she's doing that, which
9.
building?
Yeah, you try to listen, but the hum of the generators and the lights are kind of obscuring your supervision.
You kind of see a frown under the mask, and she goes, "No, I'd have to be inside to know. The generator
let's
and
go find
everything's
out
been
then.
around."
All right,
What are we
how
waiting
about
for?
this? Let us split up for a moment. Still Spirits and I will go check on the injured. The three of you head over
Got
into the other building. Crackshot, try to stay outside just in case they try and run.
That sounds good to me.
Do you mean this building, boss?
Oh, and if you're gonna kill Q, can you wait a little bit at least so that we can get some information from them, or at least
Oh.
Preferably leave them alive.
So torture, got it.
Ugh.
if that's your mode of information, I can't say much about it.
Well, it's the most efficient one.
Well, then do your thing, she yells before going into the building, which I believe it was this big one. Yes.
Yes, I'll go ahead and change the map here so you can see the inside of the buildings. I won't show you any tokens yet. You still have to explore, but let me do that really quick. There we go.
Ooh. Oh, so the door's over here. Cool.
Yes.
Anybody else see that random purple
Uh,
line on the tower?
Yeah, that's from a previous battle.
Is this a window?
Yes, it is.
Am I able to see through the window? Or
I'll
is
get
it
to you
like-
in just a moment. I'm actually going to start with Slateskin. So Slateskin, you enter this building here, and you can see 2 backup generators and a small computer console.
I'd like to try and use the computer console.
What are
Doesn't
you
really go well.
What are you using it for?
I'd like to see what the last broadcast from this station was.
How to play Sudoku.
Pretty quickly,
How to
you
play
run into an
Minesweeper
issue.
on the computer.
This computer requires a password.
Oh shucks!
I thought you were gonna say the issue was
Nice.
fat fingers not being able to press the keys.
I'm sure he could press it at least once. After
Can
that,
that's true. Can I look around for anything that might be a password, just written on a post-it note by chance?
sure, yeah, make me a vigilance check. 17's pretty good. You begin to look around, trying to, poke around. I'll say you won't find the password, but you do find a couple of papers labeled in sort of this, like, yellowish ink, and it's really hard to read. You quickly piece together this is not in English.
My one eye ain't good at this shit. It's been 10 minutes.
We'll go ahead and
It has
move
been
on
10
from.
minutes, hasn't it?
No, it's been like a minute, but we're gonna move on from you really quickly, and we're gonna
No,
go.
I meant 10 minutes for our stream.
Oh,
For cursing
Brother,
rights.
okay, we're gonna move on to Still Spirit. Still Spirit, as you enter into this building,
What's up?
you immediately recognize that something's wrong.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Inside this building, you can see a number of police officers huddled in a corner with their mouths taped shut. And in the center of the room, you see none other than the master illusionist himself,
Oh.
Mysterio.
Oh boy, oh boy.
You can see in his hand is some sort of device. It's hard to see with your vision what it might be. It's sort of cylindrical in shape, and as you enter in, he turns around and says, "Well, it looks like I've been caught. I need you to roll your initiative."
Potentially. Hold on. I have an edge on us. I have an edge on my initiative.
And the rest of you can also go ahead and roll. We're going to enter combat now.
Sweet.
Okay, would I be able to enter through this, since that's kind of where I wanted to be positioned before? we
Yes,
entered the room?
you can absolutely put yourself there.
Okay.
I
did-
automatically have a fantastic success on my initiative.
Okay, noted.
Alright, I must have done it wrong. What's the initiative button again? 'Cause I thought I
So
rolled it.
click on your token and then click on your sheet.
It should
Okay,
be top left.
So you
Top
should
left
have your
would be roll underneath initiative.
That's what I did. What?
Did you click on your token first?
I guess not. Alright.
there you go, you're in now, boyo.
And you got a fantastic success.
Yes, that's part of my. This.
And I just happened to roll one.
So that means that you'll get an extra turn, the two of you.
It also should bump up my thingy from a 9 to a 13. Because it treats it as if I rolled the one in the middle, so it should go up.
It should be good now. Let me know. Descending.
There you go.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Crackshot. You have an extra turn since you rolled a fantastic success.
Right.
Mysterium isn't on the initiative.
That is
sorry.
intentional.
Oh, you boy. Mhm. I almost said a naughty word. I'm sure not to say the naughty word.
So would Crackshot be? I suppose he wouldn't actually be aware of what's happening in there yet, though, right?
I would say, with your keen perception, you would note that a very loud voice was heard inside. Pretty intimidating, too.
But I also need to make sure no one escapes. Well, I can make it up these. Was this building a 2-story building, or where do these stairs lead? Is that to like the roof?
Yes, that does lead to the roof.
All right. And there are no windows, just the 2 doors.
There is a window where Ouroboros is standing.
Ah, gotcha.
Where are the policemen, by the way?
The policeman would be in this corner.
I don't see where you're pinging if you're pinging.
Is it this
Oh.
corner or
Oh, there we go.
Hold on. I might be on the wrong layer.
what?
There we go.
Nah.
Right here. Oh, okay. Cool.
Thieves will keep his robotic eye on the gates and then sort of run over to the door and peek in to see what's happening. Let me double check out where my movement is. Could be 5, right? Oh, 6.
By
Okay.
by default, it's 5. It can go up to 6 if you increase your agility.
Cool. 6. Dashing is an action, yes? Oh, it doesn't look like it's run. There we go. It's called running.
Yes. Oh, and if you guys want
wait.
it, there is a quick reference sheet that I posted that you can find that is really helpful for this kind of thing.
Oh, you know what? I'm not seeing a dash. Oh, I have 2 actions. I can choose to move twice. Or you can use your standard action to move, just like it would with movement action. Got it.
Yes.
Right. I was looking for dash specifically. It's called move. And then I will move into the room and peek around it. I guess see him there. So that would be my first turn to move twice.
Yes, and as you enter inside, you do indeed see Mysterio. Whether you guys recognize that is up to your characters on how up-to-date they'd be, but Mysterio mysteriously disappeared about 7 months earlier, so seeing him here is quite a shock. Let's move on to Q.
All right. I'm going to use my 12 squares of movement to go here 1, and then 4, and I'm going to jump down from these stairs to here.
Make sure you say parkour when you do it.
I do a cool flip and say parkour.
Parkour.
And then I'm going to waltz in. I still have 2 squares of movement.
And you too now see Mysterio.
Yep, and I'm gonna. I still have my actions. Actions plural, might I add. huh? And I'm going to point my finger at Mysterio and slice twice with snap shooting.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Boink. Uh-oh.
That's a fantastic success.
Uh-oh to him.
Dang.
Careful, Q. There are hostages.
Don't care. This does full damage, so just 41. It's not doubled or anything.
Okay.
Uh,
To your surprise, it instantly disintegrates. And you can hear a voice in the room. That's not my only trick.
well, that's disappointing. Can you make blood spray out of it or something?
Anything else for you?
Well, I have another action, which I will use to do nothing.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and move on to the top of the turn order now. So that would start with Crackshot.
Seeing this, I was assuming the hologram of Mysterio disappear, I'm going to run out. Those two drones are still on the ground, yes?
Yes, they are.
1, 2. Where would they be?
We'll say for right now, one landed here and the other landed here.
I will run over with the rest of my movement here to grab this one. And I want to try to see if it's active enough that I can maybe... I do have the gearhead trait. I want to see if I can sort of dig into this device and see if I can maybe reverse track a signal after some time.
Yeah, go ahead and go ahead and roll the trait for me in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah, that absolutely works. So you can make a logic check, and you have edge.
Since this is a non-combat related thing, but we are in combat, what do you want me to roll?
I believe there should be... You would just roll the score button. You wouldn't roll the non-combat button.
Gotcha.
Okay. Wow.
Yikes.
Rolled a 2 even with the edge. Okay. So with a total of 12, what you can determine about these things is that they are projecting from the front, but from behind, they could pretty clearly be seen. Something else important to note is the hover technology on here seems to be mostly disposable. If Mysterio did put a bunch of these around here, they're not supposed to last very long.
Gotcha.
All right, is that all for you?
I guess from there, I'll just keep an eye on the exit and end my turn.
Okay. Let's move to Ouroboros. You just saw a hologram of Mysterio disappear.
I'm going to quickly rush out of the way over to the police officers, and I will tap each officer on like the leg or the arm or something to ensure that they are not holograms.
Yeah, you go over and you confirm they are indeed not holograms, although they seem very scared.
All right, I will look to them and be like, "Do not worry, we are an elite task force with SHIELD. We are here to assist. If you come with us, we can get you to safety."
You see that they're currently bound at the legs and the wrists.
I will spend the rest of my turn unbounding them.
Okay, yeah, I will absolutely allow you to do that. One by one, you begin to untie them. That'll move us on to Slateskin. You hear your friends making a commotion in the other area.
So I do hear a commotion.
Yes,
And we're at nighttime, correct?
that's right.
And I'm in a room with generators, correct?
You are.
Are they on?
They are.
I'd like to smash them.
Okay. Yeah, make me a melee check and go ahead and click the score button. Do not click the non-combat button.
Right.
Oh my god, 20. Yeah, absolutely. With 2 fists, you smash both each generator, each with one of them. And the lights do in fact go out. Note, this will give everyone trouble on vigilance checks.
What about the people that are naturally blind anyway?
For them, it doesn't matter.
That's what I was hoping for. And my vision's terrible anyway, so...
Okay. Yeah, so all of you hear the generators go out and the lights flicker and then turn off. However, even if you do have trouble on it, I will let you know you can now hear the hovering of the projectors. With the large generators turned off, it's a lot easier to hear those. We're going to move on, unless you want to use your movement.
I suppose I will get out of there and just go outside to where I can see. See, my movement is... It's still outside. I could still see by the moonlight. I don't know.
It's actually pretty stormy
Something.
outside, so you're still going to have trouble.
Well, I get 1, 2, 3, 4.
This guy's
5.
logic was break generators. Now go outside and look around.
Well, yeah,
It worked.
was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Not for
that'll move us to Q's turn.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll go outside because I don't really care about these people. I'm just gonna take a stroll outside. Actually, I'm gonna run outside. I want to try and get on the roof of this building that we're currently on, so I can have a vantage point.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and move to the stairs, and
Here?
Yeah, we'll assume that you are standing on top. I'll go ahead and mark your token with an orange here, just to let us know that you're higher.
Oh yeah.
And did you say that you were making any checks of any kind?
Right now, no. I'm just moving outside.
Okay.
I suppose I'll try to keep an eye out, although that might be a bit difficult.
Okay. If that's your turn, we're gonna move on to Still Spirit.
Already. Can we ready actions again in this? I don't remember.
Yes, I think you can. Let me double check the quick reference sheet. Yes, you can reserve your action.
Okay, I will reserve my action to use snap shooting either on Mysterio if he shows up, or on the drones if they show up as well.
Okay. Before Still Spirit's turn, Mysterio is going to take his turn. And he's going to say in the darkness, Let's test your perception. And several Mysterios are now going to appear. Let me grab that. One is here. One is here. And one is here.
I suppose my action will release now.
Yes. Which one are you targeting?
Well, considering it's snap shooting, I can target both outside.
Okay, great. Yes. Okay. So those both instantly hit, and these two disappear.
Nicely done.
You see Q raise their finger to their mouth and blow on it like a revolver.
Very classy. Still Spirit. Immediately you recognize that the Mysterio in front of you is not the real one. And I will actually I will note, you know exactly where he is. He's currently trying to escape through the window.
Oh, come on! on, dude. That's pitiful. She's gonna run right through to the window.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use an action here. I'm gonna do chain strikes.
Okay. So this allows you to make a close attack with an edge. If the attack is a success, the enemy takes regular damage, but on a fantastic success, you can make an additional chain strike.
Yeah. That would be just a melee. Oh, come on, man. I really want the cool bit. Whatever. Okay.
This is against his melee defense.
Yes.
That absolutely hits. So he will take 15 damage. And you can see you instantly crack through his helmet, which appears to be made out of plastic. And you can't just... I'm not going to describe his face to you because you can't very clearly see it, but you can tell that it is, in fact, a pretty scrawny dude on the inside.
She kind of laughs a little bit. Where's the thing, the object that he has in his hands? Where's that on his person?
He's currently holding it in his right hand.
While I'm hitting him, I'm just gonna quickly say, does somebody want to grab the thing in his hand?
Okay. I'll say that's a free action. Anything else for your turn?
Oh, yeah. He probably doesn't realize we can't see him.
It's clear as day to her. Yeah, but he's completely invisible to you guys.
She doesn't know that.
Yeah, that's fine.
The power went out.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't know that either. I mean, she could probably hear it.
She would know it got quieter. Yeah.
I don't think I have anything else that I can do currently.
Yeah, you use your action and then your Okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna move on
I'm
to
just kind of
Crackshot.
fighting him near the window.
Yeah, Crackshot. You would hear the breaking of his dome, but you still don't see him.
Cool.
Since I have the projector still, could I try to finagle with some wires to just force the light on? And just shine it over there?
You're doing what now?
Since I have that projector drone, could I try to finagle with the wires and see if I can force it to just emit light and use it as like a giant flashlight so I can search over there?
Sure, yeah, make me a logic check.
Would Gearhead allow me to have edge?
Gearhead allows you to determine how it works. It wouldn't necessarily give you an advantage on tinkering with it.
Oh, sorry. Inventor.
Okay, that would indeed give you an edge.
Yeah, it's funny, before the campaign started, I thought, I'm never going to use these.
First thing you do.
Session.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Dude, I don't know why
has
every...
that happened with every edge so far?
It happens sometimes, man. You just gotta roll with it.
Yeah, so you rolled
with my
edge on the
initiative
one,
too.
and you got a 1 again. Unfortunate, but I will still say with a 13, you can get it to start flickering on, yeah. I'll say that in order to spot him, you won't have trouble. You'll just roll normally.
Right. And then I'll just sort of slowly approach to see if I can see him.
Okay.
The closest I'll get is here, just to see if he's in, like, the immediate vicinity.
I'll give this to you for free. Go ahead and make a vigilance check for me.
Is there trouble on that?
No, because he's using the
Oh, you're right.
projector as a flashlight. You do, in fact, see him. He's currently standing very defensively with his arm behind his back and looking towards Still Spirit.
Now, I'm assuming turning on the projector will have used my action.
Yes.
Alright, then I will stand here. I can't hold a reaction because I used an action, so I'll just stand here and keep the light on.
Okay. That will move us to Ouroboros. You have freed the hostages, and they seem to be coordinating with each other and trying to find their weapons.
All right, I will sort of take a kind of defensive stance as I'm like escorting them slowly out. But I'll shout out to the others. I'll be like, "Still Spirit, Slateskin, stop him from leaving. Q." Sorry, it's taking me a second to remember everybody's names. Q, Crackshot, try and take out as many drones as you possibly can. I'm gonna try and get the officers to safety. And I will start to escort them out this back door.
Okay, that is extremely doable. You begin to escort them out. They seem to be pretty dazed. I believe that brings us to Slateskin.
All right. Slateskin saw the flashlight being turned on, correct?
Yes, you did.
And did Slateskin see Mysterio climbing out a window?
Go ahead and make me a vigilance check. I'll give this to you for free.
Is this combat as well, the score?
Yes? No, because you're not attacking with it. Just use the score button.
Yeah,
With a 14, that actually won't allow you to see him.
Fair enough. Okay.
You have a feeling he's there because your friends seem to be coordinating around that area. You just don't know exactly where he is.
Can I just ram through the window?
I believe that is a move you can do, right? Ramming?
Yes, so I'll just... Yeah, should be. Under actions. Under... Where'd it go? Reactions.
Yes.
I move in a full speed in a straight line and then additional movement as my standard action, and then I can now use my reaction to make a close attack against the enemy who they moved up to. Oh, I can just push the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that works for me. Go ahead and do that and roll your close attack.
And close attack is just melee, right? The melee attack?
Yes. Very good. You slam into it, and you can hear a shattering of more dome as he begins to fly over here.
So the dome got domed.
Indeed. He is fully naked.
Whoa, hold on. We reached the 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, we sure did. Anything else for you?
I think that's it. That's all my movement and everything.
Okay. Q.
I'm going to choose to ignore Ouroboros' orders. I saw Slateskin run right across into the window, so I'm going to move over here so I can see the window. I'm assuming I can also see Mysterio.
Go ahead and make a vigilance check. I'll let you do this for free.
Sweet. Vigilance. Combat. It's a 16, baby.
You would be able to tell that he is next to Still Spirit. At this angle, though, I don't know if you would have like a direct line of shot, but you know that he's in there. Yeah.
I suppose I'll try to find that line of shot.
And for transparency, sorry. Since most of you have been able to see him, I'm going to move this token over here. That is where he's currently standing.
Ah, okay. I thought he was like between Still Spirit and Slateskin here.
Slateskin bashed him.
Ah, I see.
He is now right next to Still Spirit.
Well, that was 7 squares to get down, so I still have 5 more. I'm gonna do the same thing I did, which is run right in front of Thebes. I'm assuming the door is still open, so I'll just shoot. Snap
see it.
shooting again. Yeah, let's see it. Hopam. That attack is at edge because of signature attack.
Okay.
That's better.
Yeah. With that,
that is half damage because it is snap shooting.
no need. I'm gonna say with
No
that.
need.
How would you like to end this?
Well, we were told don't kill, which like, whatever. So I guess I'll just shoot at his legs so that he
Okay.
can't run away.
You know, that technically
Ooh,
works.
hit him behind the knee.
Well, from here that's gonna be hard unless you just want me to go through the knees.
What's your weapon like again? Does it shoot
Whatever
arrows?
you
It's my-
prefer.
There is no weapon. I just do a swiping motion with my hand, and it cuts where I'm looking.
Oh, right. Yes.
We'll say that you slash at the shins.
There
And
you
as
go.
you do, he falls to the ground, and his voice modulator keeps cutting in and out. But he sounds pretty hysterical.
What's wrong with you guys?
The job is already done.
done.
This is a fruitless effort that you're gonna lose on.
The Bright Architect already won.
I want his thingy. What was in his hand? I want it.
You pull it out, and feeling on it, it's some sort of USB, but it is not like a USB-C we're talking about. This thing is cylindrical, and the device on the front has like prickly points on it.
Ooh.
That will go ahead and end combat.
What were you saying about us already losing?
And the architect or whatever.
You can see at this point, Mysterio is smiling. His voice modulator is completely broken, and he says, "I'm not required to tell you anything."
Oh, you're going to want to tell us.
Try me.
How are you doing with the police over there?
They'll put me through the courts.
Is this where we decide whether we're a dark or a good team?
Oh, you don't get to decide for me.
I was gonna say I'm down for whatever.
The first Web of Shadows choice.
Yeah, Ouroboros seems like he's got the police officers. I mean, we don't have to interrogate him. We could leave it up to Shield and all them, and then look cool while doing it.
Oh, please.
Our job was to eliminate the threat, and we've done so. That's reported.
Oh,
It's at this point that Mysterio passes out.
You know, you could kick him if it's really gonna make you feel better.
You killed him.
no, it won't. Whatever.
He's not dead.
While they're discussing this, Thebes wants to look around and see if the drones are still out there just flying, or if they like fell when he passed out.
You do look behind you and see that several plastic drones are currently on the ground.
Ooh, a souvenir.
Yeah, and go ahead. If you want to take some into evidence to help out Shield, you can certainly do that and mark them with your link device. I would also say that Slateskin, you do still have those papers.
I was about to ask if somebody wanted to try and read them.
Oh my god,
Who
my
actually
essay!
has decent vision over here. 'Cause it's
Hey!
not me.
I have pretty good abilities
it?
to see
Can you read paper?
if there's indents.
I can't feel any indents, but I don't know.
Can you like feel the ink?
The ink feels like ink, I guess.
Can I touch? I'm gonna walk over with the thing in my hand and I'm gonna touch the paper. Oh wow!
Wait,
It
what's
feels like paper.
Here, I'll trade you.
Actually,
I want it.
it feels closer to like stock paper. Whatever makes this paper is a lot thicker than like a normal in11, printer paper.
Is that something only?
Was he trying to write his
realized?
resume or something? Because that's thick paper.
Thick paper.
Yeah, it's not regular size paper. Like most people, it's the thin, notebook paper. But that's like resume paper, cardstock.
Well, I can't tell if anything's really written on it. It just seems like it's got yellow.
I'll look at it. Do I know?
Here.
Do I recognize any of the lettering?
I'll go ahead and describe it to you. So the paper itself sort of has like a light brown tint. It is very thick, and the ink on it is in a yellow color. Immediately, it looks alien to you, and I mean that literally. It looks like an alien wrote it. It is nonsensical.
Man, if only we had an alien in our party.
Yeah, if only.
I'll look over to
that'd be
Crackshot and be
crazy.
like, "Is this in a language that you might understand?"
I didn't really go to school for that, but I can try. I'll take the paper.
Looking at it, you definitely can't tell what language it is. You did travel the galaxy, but most oftentimes, the language that was spoken was translated for you, using the technology that's available to you. In fact, the technology that helped you learn English is that same kind of thing. In this case, what you can tell is that it's probably like far from this galaxy. We're probably talking like pretty deep into the star system.
I'm sorry, this is beyond my translator's current function.
Maybe Shield's got some info on it.
So we take it
Another
back then?
thing.
What about that thing you've got?
I don't know. I just found it in his hands, so I took it.
Does it do anything?
Oh wait,
What?
I'm gonna check if Mysterio's still alive.
If you just like I'm assuming you're like putting your fingers up to his neck, check for a
Yes.
pulse. Yes, you
Yes.
do detect a pulse.
Oh, okay, thank God.
His-
Sometimes the cowards like to take the easy way out. You just never know.
You do determine though that his legs are pretty bad. Like he is bleeding pretty profusely.
That's just
I-
a flesh wound.
I think I can carry him out of here if I have to.
Why don't we take another look around? You take him out. Who's got the police officers? Are they okay? Are they, they're fine?
They were pretty shooken up, but overall, all of them have escaped with minor injuries.
Did you ask them if he said anything weird while they were there?
They're right over there. You can ask them.
In fact, yes, they are currently standing. I'll go ahead and add a couple of tokens.
Oh, but they're so far away. And she wiggles her arm. While still standing in the spot, oh, they're so far.
We'll say they're standing over here in sort of a group, sort of like comforting each other.
I'll go over there and I'll bug him. I'll still keep the thing in my hand. Hey, you guys good?
You can see one of them that looks to be a pretty young officer, blonde with blue hair. You wouldn't know this. I'm just describing him.
Really, that's not for me. It's not
I need to
important.
make
By the
that
way,
clear.
you're blind. So
You're
like...
blind. I am making it
Wait.
so clear.
Did you say they're blonde with blue hair?
No, I said
I don't know. I can't see.
blue
them.
eyes with blonde hair.
Oh.
You can see he speaks up and he goes, You asked him if they were okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, good.
Did he do anything to you? Did he, sound like he was from Delulu Land? Like,
Well, when we entered the building, we had received reports of a spark happening from a person on the highway. When we entered, there was some green gas that made us hallucinate. It was really, really bad.
made you hallucinate like what?
For me, I saw my childhood home.
Oh.
You can see a woman in the back speaks up and she says, I saw my college classes before I joined the unit. And you can see an older gentleman speaks up. I don't want to say.
Okay. Can you give me like an idea of what you saw, just in case like he was looking for something in your mind, or if he was just like messing you up? I don't.
My son passed away when he was 3. I saw his grave.
Sorry to hear that. My condolences. Anybody else see something funky, or was it just these 3?
You get sort of similar responses. People
Okay.
seeing some sort of imagery, very clearly being taken out of the space that they were in.
Gotcha. So, does it seem more like it was just to disorientate, or if there was like other means?
Go ahead and make me. We'll call this a logic check.
Logic. Okay.
And we're not in combat, so you can use the non-combat one if you choose.
I'm so good at these guys. I'm like really, really good.
With a 9, I'll say you don't put together any particular patterns, but it does seem, at the very least, it very quickly took out all of the officers.
Nice. Well, I'm sorry that you guys had that happen. I'm sure you could probably get a couple of extra holidays or something for that, because that was a little awful. But thank you for your service, and yeah.
Ouroboros. I'm going to interrupt you, Still Spirit, as you're talking to these police officers. You feel your comlink device beginning to buzz.
All right, I will check it out.
You have a message from Agent X asking for a status report.
Oh, okay. I'll
Ignore it.
I'll step off to the side away from everyone, and I will go in detail of how we encountered the 2 holograms, we infiltrated the facility, ran into Mysterio, rescued the police, and defeated Mysterio.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and, unless any of you have any specific things you'd like to do around here, the pieces of evidence that you've collected are the hologram projectors, a strange USB-like device, some papers of unidentified language, and I think that's it.
Yep.
Okay. With all of those pieces of evidence cataloged, you give the police officers the required paperwork to let them know that S.H.I.E.L.D. was here and that the situation was covered. Ouroboros files the necessary report, and you all head back into your van. As you're sort of sitting there in the darkness, it occurs to you that you did cause some property damage, and Ouroboros adds an addendum to his report to mention that those might need replaced. As you drive away, you feel pretty successful, and as you
that
make
was boring.
as you're driving on your way home, is there any conversation you want to have?
That was so boring. It's just one dude with illusions of grandeur.
Oh, it's only gonna get better from here, Q.
I really hope so.
I will ask you that you do stick to the plan next time.
Well, it worked out, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
But is there a but? Are you going to add something?
You are not a child. You don't need me to lecture you. Just understand that if things do go wrong, we need to all be on the same page to where we can trust each other.
Whatever you say, Lulu.
Wait, what'd you just call him?
Lulu. That's his name, no? Lucius.
I am not dignifying that with a response.
Well, you and Nikki are one and the same.
I mean, to be fair, for our first time doing it together, I'd say we did pretty well. We got evidence. We broke a couple things. We kind of broke his legs a little bit. And we did find out some weird, creepy clues. With, like, the all crater or whatever.
Yes, what was it that Mysterio said?
Something
Before
about
he-
an architect.
That's it.
And how
I
we
think
already
so.
Light
lost or whatever.
architect?
Didn't you
Something like
mention
that.
that the architect was smoking something?
Smoking
like-
something.
High architect or
Oh,
you
that's
said?
like rank. That's rank Slateskin. That's like
Uh,
stuff.
man, these cities be getting to me.
I do think though him, you know, I mean he said that we've already lost. So I don't know. Should we not put that in a report or tell Shield or something?
I've already filed the appropriate reports to Agent X.
With what Mysterio said?
Yes, I included it.
Okay. I don't know, I can't see the report.
You actually can't, because you can't read your comlink screen, and I'm sorry about that. You do have one of those like text-to-speech options,
Oh,
but
okay.
Alright.
it would take forever
have-
to get through Lucius's report.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear Ouroboros's report? She like holds out her comic, showing the text to speech
no.
button.
No,
Tally marker number of times we were all reminded that still Spirit is blind.
I am never
So
going to let you
much.
forget it.
Neither will I.
You won't let us
But
forget it, and
I-
we will never remember it.
I mean, I won't see it either way.
Okay. I'll go ahead and say that as the text-to-speech begins to drone on and on
Oh
about
my
boring
God.
reports, you guys are going to transition to your home. I'm going to go ahead and move us there.
With our home.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, wow.
This is the new one? Oh,
Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm so used to the jank one.
Wait, wasn't I on the
I
outside?
got 2 pillows, boys. Y'all suck.
Wait
I
a
got
minute.
I got moved also. It's fine.
Yeah, wait,
Wait,
hold on.
wait.
Why do
We're missing the
still Spirit
Putin
and Crackshot
corner.
get pillows?
So I'll go ahead and describe the space for our audio listeners. This is the HQ that our group Defense Force 45 has been staying in. On the outside, it looks sort of like a mundane, maybe like warehouse or something. But on the inside is actually quite impressive. There's a garage that they can house their super van in. They don't have an official name for it, and SHIELD didn't even mention they had a van. It's just something that they picked up on.
Superman.
I'm calling it the super fan for right now. You guys can name it whatever you want.
No, we'll keep that.
The space is outfitted with a main war room that has several chairs and seats, and at the center is a circular table with a holographic map of the world. Currently, it's centered in Seattle, and it helps them track where crimes are happening according to police reports. It also has a connection to their comlink devices, and it's their direct communication to SHIELD. The facility is equipped with defense measures of all kinds, lockdown doors, and the place is outfitted with a number of security measures that they don't even know about. it's also equipped with quite a variety of technology, including a VR training room, an AR training room, where they can practice similar to like an X-Men training room, where they can fight holograms and test their might as a team. There includes a gym with a super hydraulic press that can help them test their strength, along with other devices to help them with their cardio and to keep up. And it also is outfitted with a cafe sort of area that's headed by a machine that cooks food for them at their request, although the kitchen is open for anybody to enter. And then last but not least, they each have a room to themselves that they've decorated with whatever they want, including their own bathrooms.
Apparently pillows, too.
Wow, you guys are really stuck on these pillows.
I'm better than you.
Some of you have a nightstand and some of you have a dresser. That's pretty cool, right?
I just have fucking.
Oh, Slateskin's got 2 dressers.
Those aren't. Oh, are they
Yeah,
dressers?
those are dressers.
Oh, I thought that was a
No.
wall.
He's a big boy. He has big clothes.
I'd like to imagine, like, a year into us working together, we're going to go into Slateskin's room and be like, oh, you have 2 dressers. You're like, those are dressers?
I thought those were just random edges in the wall.
I don't have a carpet.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
true.
You like cold feet.
It's the trade-off for the body pillow.
Okay. I'm going to say that as you guys get home, you have a couple of hours to yourself. It's still pretty late at night. It's close to like midnight. What are you all doing?
Would
it's
would
close
I have
to
been allowed to
midnight.
keep one drone as a souvenir?
You might have to get it approved by S.H.I.E.L.D., but after they deactivate it, probably.
I will put in a request to have a drone as a souvenir with my time.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy to do. You can use your comlink device to put in that kind of request too. Oh, and I should mention, since I have not mentioned it already, their comlink devices are pretty standard in terms of like their UI. It does not look fancy.
It's a flip phone.
It uses a liquid crystal display. It's the sort of thing you'd see on like a calculator with the sort of like greenish background. But in this case, it can light up and it is near indestructible and requires a variety of signatures to get in, like eye tracking and fingerprint scans and all sorts of stuff. Very secure. It comes equipped with a keyboard and has the ability to send messages within the S.H.I.E.L.D. database, which is what Crackshot is using right now. I think I interrupted you, Still Spirit. Were you saying something?
I said it's a flip phone. No.
Oh, yeah, it's a Nokia specifically.
Yeah.
Unbreakable, those things.
Okay, so Crackshot is sending in a request. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll be setting up celebrations with the kitchen, having them make food and drinks and stuff as like a congratulations for our first successful mission.
Yeah, definitely. You'll note that a lot of the meals prepared are pretty stock standard, and the alcohol available is limited. They don't want you drunk on the job, but you piece together a sort of nice meal.
I am DJing the best music.
Where are you DJ?
I got a phone and a speaker.
Okay, what
That counts.
what kind of music are you playing in 2030?
Oh, no.
Aerosmith is alive and kicking still, right?
Um,
I don't know if I'm making that canon or not.
They're robots now. They live on a memory. Probably like some like oh god, I'm like kind of equating it to AJR type music, where it's just like fun, still on the like lower, not crazy loud side, but like it's still like very fun music, very chill atmosphere. I'm hanging out with Whipper on my one side.
Oh yeah, would you like to describe Whipper?
yeah, Whipper is a shepherd dog. They are black and with white on the belly and on the bottom of the tail. They are still Spirit's service animal, but she doesn't really actually use
Whipper like a service animal. So Whipper kind of just gets to do their own thing, but they are trained to do so. And their tail hits really hard, and that's why they are named Whipper.
And speaking of, Whipper is sort of sprawled out on the couch, taking up 2 cushions by themselves, and their tail is slapping on those cushions. Very happy.
He's a happy boy.
Okay.
Aw, did you miss us?
You see that he licks your face.
Yeah, that's it.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm looking at the newest Taylor Swift album, 23rd. Rap.
All right, you guys are making
This
these
country rap.
these bands are now canon. So
Yes.
Taylor Swift's
Wow.
still alive and kicking in 2030. She actually has superpowers too. I'm gonna make that known. She can instantly make her hair look beautiful. No,
Oh, I'm jealous.
nothing required.
I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there judging the lyrics of this country rap. Tried to wrap my own head around it.
I
I'm not
imagine you have
helping
just
with
like
that.
tiny earbuds in, and you're like really studying this piece of music.
Pretty much.
Okay.
In pain, but yeah.
Any other things that you guys are doing before bed?
Yeah, Q is laid out on the couch right now next to Still Spirit, doodling in a notebook. They seem a little frustrated.
Mm.
Like biting the end of the pencil, but
What you doing?
what you doing?
I'm hanging out with my dog and listening to you chewing on your pencil.
Well, does that bother you?
No, I'm just curious.
Okay, well, it's not like you can see it.
So you could describe it, could tell me, or is it a personal diary?
If there was one, you wouldn't know about it.
Exactly. So your secret's safe with me. What are you doing?
I'm trying to come up with my fall line, but I'm having trouble.
Your hall line?
Your fall line?
Uh-huh.
Like clothes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I actually am kind of curious what you do. Too bad. What are you stuck on? Coats?
I don't know, I guess
Petticoats?
I guess it'll be better when it's actually fall. You know, it's just like I'm not in the mood for it. Ah, whatever. I'll just go to bed, sleep on it. Good night.
Night. Have fun with your fall dreams.
And Q will head to bed.
Yeah, you've sat in your bedroom many times before. The bed itself is made out of a metal frame, but it has a pretty nice mattress, and everything is air conditioned and cool.
What luxury.
Indeed, very outfitted with all the cool things like a bedstand and rug.
How about a dank pillow? Oh wait.
Singular rug.
Yeah. Are the rest of you doing anything in particular before heading to bed?
Should
No,
I go
just-
sleep on my bed?
Just relaxing until I feel sleepy.
Okay,
I'll probably go to the gym for a little bit. Go work out.
sure. Yeah. Working out in the gym at this time of night is actually pretty relaxing. With the door closed, the inside is insulated with matte walls, like the sort of kind that you'd find in like a locker room. Not a locker room, like a gym in high school. You know, those like blue squishy mats.
Yeah.
Those are all over the walls, so it's actually kind of nice for you to be in here. You can hear yourself, your breathing, the machine that you're running on, that sort of thing.
Can I hear the machine that she's running on?
If you squinted your ears really hard,
I don't think I can do that, boss.
well then you're good.
Okay, good. Thank God my beauty sleep isn't interrupted.
I mean, it should be noted too. If any of you were curious on your time here, these walls could survive Slateskin punching them for like a solid hour, if not more.
Oh god.
Are they really trying to protect us or keep us from the outside world?
Are you asking this to yourself?
I mean, I could be asking it out loud. No. I just more and more I'm like, man, they've really outfitted this to every nine. So that if we did go berserk, they could just keep us in here.
It's almost like we have 2 ex-criminals in the party.
Oh my god.
Strange.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well,
Anyways.
What's a criminal?
I'm running.
as the night winds down, you guys receive a report in the morning, and from Agent X, you're told that S.H.I.E.L.D. has given you a B+ on your job requirements. And looking into the details, it seems like there are several pieces of evidence not found that S.H.I.E.L.D. agents had to comb through. Although your handling of the hostages was great, you stopped Mysterio without killing him, which is in your job requirements, so that was good. But it seems like a lot of details were skipped over, which is why they weren't very happy with their performance. That's a lot of jargon, though, because to you guys, I'm sure, most of the job is about getting paid. And in fact, that's why you're all here. You were all contracted by S.H.I.E.L.D. for different reasons, but most of you are here in order to make a living. Some of you are here to make a difference in the world. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Woo!
But before we go, Ouroboros, in the morning, after you receive your report, do you drink coffee, tea?
Definitely tea.
Ugh.
Yeah, so you're sipping some morning tea, sort of enjoying your time. You know that you have some training regimens to do with your team. You get a little curious, and you poke around some of the extra evidence that was found, and it occurs to you, this thing that Mysterio was doing, it doesn't add up. He seemed really, really happy to be caught, if anything. And the gears start to turn in your head that maybe there's something bigger going on. But that is something we'll have to discover next time. Thank you for listening, if you decided to listen, and thank you all for playing. This was super fun, and we're going to do a total of 15 episodes in this series. You can expect episodes to drop on a weekly basis, and while we're recording them, you'll see a lack of episodes and then a flood once again. So hopefully you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you liked, and rate this podcast. It would help us out a lot. That's it from me. Everybody, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Sayonara.
A message from the government of Canada.
Wait.
Perfect.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.